Okay, for today we're going to have arithmetic series for elective. So what do we mean by arithmetic series? Let's start with the term series. So when we say series in mathematics, we are referring to the sum of the terms of a sequence. Remember sequence? When we say sequence, we are referring to the set of numbers in a specific order. So for example of a sequence, 5, 10, 15, 20. So this is an example of a sequence. Now, when this will be a series. So whenever we add the terms, then we are referring to a series of the terms already. Okay? So again, series is the sum of the terms of a sequence. Whenever we add the terms, we are pertaining to the series or their sum. Clear? Next. Now, what do we mean by arithmetic series? So when we say arithmetic series, it is the sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence. I do hope you can still remember arithmetic sequence. It is a sequence where a common difference exists between two terms or two consecutive terms, right? Example, 2, 5, 8, 11. So this is an example of arithmetic sequence. Why? There is a common difference. The common difference is 3. Sir, where did you get 3? We are subtracting from right to left, two consecutive terms. So in this case, we have 5 minus 2, we have 3. 8 minus 5, 3. 11 minus 8, 3. So we have the common difference. So the common difference is 3. Now, if a common difference exists, we call this sequence as an arithmetic sequence. Now, whenever we add all of these terms, we'll have the arithmetic series. So arithmetic series is the sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence. So in this case, in my first example, 2, 5, 8, and 11, the arithmetic series is equivalent to the sum of these four numbers. 2 plus 5, 7. 7 plus 8, 15. 15 plus 11 is 26. So the arithmetic series or the arithmetic sum is 26. Clear. Arithmetic series is the sum of the terms of a given arithmetic sequence. Another examples, 2, 4, 6, 8. Whenever we add, we are pertaining to its series. So 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 6 is 12, plus 8 is 20. So the arithmetic series or the arithmetic sum is 20. There could be negative terms, right? So negative 2 plus 5 is positive 3. 3 plus 12 is 15. And 15 plus 19 is 34. The arithmetic series is 34. Very simple. We're just adding the terms. Now, there are also cases that the questions or the given are not like these on your screen. That is why we have this formulae. So we have two formulae in solving for the arithmetic series whenever needed. The first formula we have S sub n equals n over 2 multiplied by the sum of a sub 1 and a sub n. The second formula, we have S sub n equals n over 2 multiplied by 2 times a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Now, what's the difference between these two formulas? First, the first formula, you can make use of this first formula if you know how many terms are we adding. That's n. A sub 1 stands for the first term, the first number in the sequence. A sub n stands for the last number in the sequence. So for example, you have 2, 4, 6, and 8. This is our A sub 1, the first term. And this is our A sub n, the last term. Clear? Sir, what is n there? N here is the number of terms that we are adding. Since the given is 2, 4, 6, and 8, we have 4 terms, so we have n equals 4. Clear. So again, formula number 1, you can make use of formula number 1 if a sub 1, the first term, and the last term are given. Now, for formula number 2, there are cases that the last term or a sub n is not given. So we can make use of the second formula. In the second formula, what we need here are the number of terms, the first term, and the common difference. So let's have examples so that we know when to apply these formulas. First, find the sum or the series of the numbers from 1 to 50. So we need to add numbers 1 to 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 50. So in this case, let's identify the given. We have the first term, obviously that's 1, and the last term, a sub n, 50. We also know that we are adding 50 numbers, right? Numbers 1 to 50, there are 50 numbers. So we have the first term, the last term, and n. We can make use of the first formula, S sub n equals n over 2 multiplied by the first term plus the last term. So we just need to do substitution, okay? So let's do substitution. So we'll have here S sub 50 because n is 50. We are adding 50 terms or 50 numbers. So S sub 50 equals n over 2. So 50 over 2 multiplied by the first term is 1 and the last term is 50. Let us simplify. So 50 divided by 2 is 25. And then 1 plus 50 is 51. Last step, we need to multiply them. So 51 times 25 is 1,275. So 1,275. So this means that if we add numbers 1 to 50, the resulting value or the sum is 1,275. Clear. Next example. Find the sum of all the even numbers between 2 and 50. Again, we are to look for the sum of all the even numbers between 2 and 50. So this is a different case from the first example because in this case, you need to analyze the given. So let's write all the given. A sub 1 stands for the first term, right? So in this case, when we say even number between 2 and 50, what is the first even number between 2 and 50? Although 2 is an even number, we cannot include them and we cannot identify it or we cannot take it as our first term because, again, between 2 and 50. So 2 and 50 are not included. They are excluded. So what is the first even number between 2 and 50? 4, right? Next, what is the last, A sub n, what is the last even number between 2 and 50? Again, 50 is an even number, but we cannot include them. 2 and 50, we cannot include them. So, the last even number between 2 and 50 is 48. Right? So, we have the first term and the last term, but we don't know how many terms are we adding. How many terms are we adding? So in this case, let us solve for n. How do we solve for n? You take a sub n, the last number. The last number is 48. So, sir, what formula do we need to use? The formula for arithmetic sequence. So what's the formula? A sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Remember, we have a sub n, and that is 48. So we have 48 a sub n equals a sub 1. We have it 4 plus n minus 1. Again, we don't know. We're solving for n. So simply write n minus 1 here times d. What is d? we're talking about even numbers. So all even numbers, they have a common difference of 2, right? Skip counting by 2. So times 2. Let's simplify. So 48 equals 4. Distribute to n. So that would be 2 times n to n. And 2 times negative 1, negative 2. Combine like terms. Or you can put all the constant terms to the left side of the equation. So we'll have 48, sorry, 48 and then 4, transpose natin. So transposing 4 to the left side of the equation will make it negative 4. And transposing negative 2 to the left side of the equation will make it positive 2. Equals 2n. Simplify. 48 minus 4 is 44. 44 plus 2 is 46. So 46 equals to n. To solve for n, we simply need to divide both sides by 2. So n equals 46 divided by 2, 23. So it's complete now. We have 23 here as our n. That means there are 23 even numbers that we are adding. Okay, starting from 4 and ending with 48. So in this case, we can still make use of the first formula because the first term and the last term are given. So S sub n equals n over 2 times the first term plus the last term. Substitution only. Again, we are adding 23 numbers. So S sub 23 equals 23 numbers over 2 times A sub 1 is 4 plus A sub n is 48. Simplify. So we'll have 23 over 2 times 4 plus 48 is 52. Right? 52. We can simply cancel out 52 and 2. I mean, not cancel out, but simplify them. They are both divisible by 2. So 52 divided by 2 is 26. And then 2 divided by 2 is 1. So in this case, this only means that 23 divided by 1, so that's 23. And then you just need to multiply 23 and 26. So multiplying 23 and 26 will give us 598. Therefore, if we will add all the even numbers between 2 and 50, we will be getting 598 as the sum. Okay? The sum of the 23 even numbers between 2 and 50. So if you will add 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, up to 48, you'll get 598 as the sum. Clear? Next example. So we have here 3 plus 7 plus 11 plus, and then we don't know, but that our task is to simply add or find the sum of the first 20 terms. So if the given or the question is just like this, so we are adding the first 20 terms, so that means our n here is 20 because we're adding the first 20 terms, right? The first term is 3. Do we have the last term? We don't have the last term here, right? We don't know. Sir, what is the last term? The last term is the 20th, A sub 20, the 20th term, and it is not given. Sir, I can fill it up po, up to A sub 20 because I know the pattern. We just keep on adding 4. 3 plus 4, 7 plus 4, 11 plus 4 plus 4 up to the 20th term. I can identify the 20th term. That could be, but it will take time, right? What if we are adding the sum of the first 100 terms? Do you still need to do skip counting? So in this case, again, we know that the first term is A sub 1, 3. We are adding 20 terms. We cannot make use directly of the first formula, right? Because in the first formula, we need n, A sub 1, and the last term. So why not make use of the second formula? So in the second formula, what is the second formula? Let me write it here. S sub n equals n over 2 multiplied by 2 times the first term plus n minus 1 times the common difference d. Now, in this case, we have n. We have the first term. And we can have d, right? The common difference. The common difference is 4, right? 4. As we subtract from right to left, we will get 4 as the common difference between two consecutive terms in this given sequence. So d is 4. Therefore, we can make use of formula 2. So let's do substitution. So S sub n, we are adding 20 numbers or 20 terms. N over 2, that stands for 20 over 2. And then 2 times a sub 1, the first term is 3, plus n minus 1, what is n? 20. So you can write here 20 minus 1 times d, our d is 4, right? And then we just need to simplify. So simplifying this, 20 divided by 2 is 10. And then we'll have 2 times 3 is 6, plus, this is 20 minus 1 is 19. And then you multiply 19 times 4, that is 76, all right? So 19 times 4 is 76. We can now solve for this. So we'll have 10 multiplied by 76 plus 6 is 82. And then multiply 82 by 10, that's 810, right? So the sum of the first 20 terms for this given sequence, 3, 7, 11, up to the 20th term is 820. Clear. So this is how you analyze whether to make use of Formula 1 or Formula 2. It depends on the given, right? So in this case, in this given, we don't have the last term. So we can make use of formula number 2. Sir, can I solve for the last term? Yes, you can solve for the last term. Just like in our previous lesson, right? We can always solve for a sub 20. Sir, how do we do that? Okay, let's review since we can have it naman talaga. So let's say for example, sir, I want to stick with Formula 1. I want to solve for a sub 20. Can I do that? Yes. A sub 20 equals, let's make use of the formula. Always make use of the formula for arithmetic series. I mean arithmetic sequence. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times t. Let's solve for a sub 20. A sub 20 equals a sub 1. The first term is 3. And then n minus 1. So we're solving for 20, a sub 20. So 20 is n. N minus 1. 20 minus 1 is 19. And then our d, excuse, our d is 4. Right? So 19 times 4 is 76 plus 3, 79. Therefore, a sub 20 is 79. Sir, we have a sub 20 already. Can I make use of Formula 1 to check? Let's check if really the sum is 820. Yes, we can check it. So Formula 1, S sub n equals n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. So S sub 20, again, we're solving for the first 20 terms, the sum of the first 20 terms. N is 20 terms over 2. The first term is 3, and we know A sub n, that's A sub 20, 79, right? So we'll have 20 divided by 2 is 10. We have 79 plus 3 is 82. Still in the end, you'll get 820. So it's up to you. If you want to solve for the 20th term, the last term, you can do so. If you want to make use of the second formula, you can always make use of the second formula. As long as your process is correct, then you'll be getting the right answer in the end. Okay? Next example. 5 plus 11 plus 17 plus the 25th term. Again, we don't have the 25th term. So let's make use of formula number 2. So let me write it again. N over 2 multiplied by 2a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So we'll have s sub 25 because there are 25 terms or numbers to be added. So n over 2, n is 25 over 2. Then we have 2, a sub 1, the first term or the first number, 5, plus, what is n minus 1 here? Remember, n is 25. So we'll have 25 minus 1. What is d? Subtract from right to left two consecutive numbers or terms. 11 minus 5 is 6. Therefore, we have D is 6. Simplify. So we'll have 25 over 2 multiplied by 2 times 5 is 10 plus 25 minus 1 is 24. And then 24 times 6 is 144. And then we'll have 25 over 2. 144 plus 10 is 154. You can divide this 2. They're both divisible by 2, so this will be 1. And then 154 divided by 2, half of 154 is 77, right? So you just need to multiply 25 and 77. So 25 times 77, the sum of the 25 terms or 25 numbers is 1,925. Okay? So when we add 5 plus 11 plus 17 plus up to the 25th term, we are adding 25 terms or 25 numbers. In the end, the sum or the resulting value is 1,925. Clear? I hope so. I think this is the last example. Find the sum of 7, 11, 15 up to 95. Again, here 95 is the last term. Okay? 95. The first term is 7. So A sub 1 is 7. The last term is 95, but we don't know how many terms or how many numbers are we adding. Again, if that's the case, we can always make use of A sub n formula. So A sub n equals A sub 1 plus n minus 1 times D. So A sub n, you have the given A sub n, right? So that's 95 equals A sub 1, 7 plus n minus 1. We don't know n, so simply write n minus 1 here. But we do know D, the common difference, right? 11 minus 7 is 4. 15 minus 11 is 4. So there's a common difference for solve. So 95 equals 7. 4 plus n is, 4 times n is 4n. And 4 times negative 4 is negative, 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Simplify. So transposing this 7 and negative 4 to the left side of the equation, you'll have 95 minus 7 plus 4 equals 4n. So 95 minus 7 is 88, right? And then 88 plus 4 is 92. So you get 92 equals 4n. So to solve for n, you simply need to divide both sides by 4. So dividing both sides by 4, cancel out this. So n equals 92 divided by 4 is 23. Therefore, our n is 23. So n equals 23. It's complete now. We can make use of Formula 1, right? So S sub n equals n over 2 multiplied by the first term and the last term. Substitution. Sum of the 23 terms equals 23 over 2 times the first term plus the last term. The last term is 95. So simplify. 23 over 2. 95 plus 7 is 102. You can cancel out 2 here. So 102 divided by 2 is 51. And then simply multiply 23 and 51. So that is 1,173. So the sum of the 23 terms starting from 7 going to 95 is 1,173. So this is our lesson, arithmetic series. So after this, I'll be sending an activity, okay? So that's all for today. You can review, I'll be sending this.